Hey everyone, and welcome. I am so incredibly excited to take you through today's explainer. We are decoding a truly powerful blueprint for overcoming adversity and achieving our absolute deepest aspirations. Now, we're drawing this directly from a raw and frankly legendary motivational speech by Mateusz M., simply titled Dream. We're going to break down the actual psychology of why we give up, what it really takes to push forward, and how to fundamentally rewire your mindset. So let's just dive right in and uncover the actual mechanics of making a dream a reality.
What if things don't work out? I want to plunge right into this because this right here is the exact paralyzing fear that stops almost everybody before they even take their very first step. Matthias M. points out that this incredibly simple, terrifying question is basically the ultimate dream killer. It's an invisible barrier. You have this massive dream held in your mind. You know deep down it's possible, but the crushing weight of this single what if keeps you entirely frozen in place.
But the source material demands that we immediately reframe that fear. Just listen to this core promise for a second. The rough times have not come to stay, they have come to pass. You see, the crucial point here is that hardship is a temporary state. It's a passing storm. It is not a permanent concrete roadblock. When you're constantly asking, why is this happening to me? When you're literally just trying to take care of your family and do the right thing, you really have to remember that this rough patch is in motion. It is passing.
Which brings us right into Section 1, the reality of dreams, answering the call.
Okay, let's talk about this definition of greatness. The speaker aggressively tears down the myth that greatness is some wonderful, esoteric, elusive, godlike feature that's just reserved for a special, chosen few. Instead, the reality is a lot simpler. Greatness truly exists in all of us. It is highly accessible. It's an internal truth. You have to actively believe that you are the one capable of tapping into it. It's not magic, you guys. It's just dormant potential waiting to be woken up.
But here comes the reality check. Changing your life is hard. It is not easy. If you're going to actually work on your dreams, the source warns that you are absolutely going to incur a massive amount of disappointment, failure, pain, and self-doubt. There will absolutely be moments where you question everything. And honestly, I love this part of the speech because it doesn't sugarcoat the journey at all. It tells you exactly what to expect so that when the pain does arrive, you aren't surprised, you're prepared for it.
And that leads us perfectly into Section 2, overcoming your greatest fears, facing the trials.
I want you to actively reflect for a second here. Why do most people just stop working on their dreams? Think about your own life, or maybe people you know. When things get difficult, what is the actual root cause of that stagnation? Why do we just hit the brakes? Well, Matthias M. breaks it down into two very distinct categories of fear.
First up is the classic fear of failure. We already touched on this a bit. It's that awful dread that things just won't work out and you'll end up looking foolish. But equally paralyzing, and this is wild, is the fear of success. What if they do work out and I can't handle it? What if I actually get the promotion or build the business or completely change my life and the pressure is simply too much? These twin fears prevent people from ever taking a risk. They literally keep people locked in a safe, quiet little box.
So what's the actual result of giving in to those fears? The speech outlines two completely different paths you can take. First, we have most people. The source says they raise a family, earn a living, and then they die. They completely stop growing, stretching, and pushing themselves. They complain about their situation, sure, but they won't actually do anything about it. By contrast, we have the uncommon breed. Now, these people are unstoppable. They are unreasonable. They are genuinely hungry and they want more out of life. They just flat out refuse to accept life just as it is. So the question is, which path are you choosing to live?
To become that uncommon breed, we have to enter Section 3, separating from the crowd, the abyss of individuality.
There's a really harsh truth we have to face here. If you follow other people, you will never, ever be the best copycat in the world. The speaker points out that we spend so much time with other people, desperately trying to get them to like us, studying them, wanting to hang out like them, that we literally forget who we are. We invest so much time in others that our own identity just vanishes. You can't achieve your unique dream if you're busy playing a secondary character in someone else's life. It just doesn't work.
So how do we fix this? The source gives us 3 highly actionable, challenging dares. Step 1, get the losers out of your life. It's a really blunt directive, I know, but it's deemed absolutely necessary if you truly want to live your dream. Step 2, dare to spend time by yourself. Actually dare to be alone. Step 3, define your unique value. When you start doing this, you become the right person. You start separating yourself and discovering a certain uniqueness that nobody else can copy.
And this beautifully leads into one of the most powerful realizations in the entire text. Someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality.
This is a massive emotional pivot away from seeking the crowd's approval. If you are going to the next level, you have to get to a place where people might not like you. And it honestly doesn't bother you anymore, because you are no longer concerned with making them happy. You are 100% focused on absolute personal empowerment.
Let's see how this builds upon that newfound independence in Section 4. Investing in your mind, the transformation.
Okay, we really need to dive into this correlation. The text explicitly states that if you want to go to the next level, say you want to be a counselor, an engineer, a doctor, whatever it is, you cannot get to that level economically until you start investing in your mind. We spend so much time trying to change our external circumstances, but the text makes it crystal clear. Inward investment is the absolute prerequisite for outward success.
The speaker actually issues a series of direct challenges to fuel this mental transformation. Read books, go to conferences, dare to invest time in yourself, spend just an hour to get to know yourself. Becoming who you were created and designed to be doesn't just happen by accident. It is a deliberate, scheduled investment of your time and your resources into your own intellectual and emotional growth.
And because of that internal investment, you arrive at a truly vital realization. You don't have to go through life being a victim. Even when everybody else doesn't see your vision, even when they absolutely won't join you, you must see it for yourself. The speaker says, "This is what I believe and I'm willing to die for it, period." You have to genuinely want to represent an idea and represent possibilities, completely regardless of the disappointments you're going to face along the way.
We are now shifting from internal mindset work to relentless, real-world action in our final section, Section 5, Until You Win, the Mastery and Action.
The speaker shifts into high gear right here with massive urgency. If you are still talking about your dream, if you are still talking about your goals, but you have not done anything, just take the first step. This is the ultimate call to action for anyone paralyzed by analysis. Talking is comfortable, we all know that. Doing is hard. Stop talking and take the absolute first physical step towards your goal today.
Because when you finally take that step, the stakes are incredibly high, and the ripple effect of your action is massive. You can make your parents proud, you can make your school proud, you can literally touch millions of people's lives. The speaker promises that the world will never be the same again because you came this way. Don't let anybody steal that profound impact from you.
But of course, as we established earlier, the path is going to be brutal. You are absolutely going to face rejection. You will hear no. You'll have a meeting, and literally no one will show up. People will look you in the eye and say you can count on me, and they simply won't come through. The lights might get cut off. You will lose again and again and again.
But what if you have the kind of attitude that, despite all of that crushing rejection, looks at that dream every single day and declares, "It's not over until I win"? That right there is the ultimate declaration of unstoppable resilience. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this provocative thought. When the empty meetings happen and the rejections pile up, will you retreat back to the safety of the crowd, or will you stand completely alone and declare that the game simply isn't over yet? The choice is entirely yours. Keep learning, keep pushing, and I'll see you in the next explainer.